Hello, this is Shabnoor Faez. Welcome to the class. How are you all doing? Good. So let me first pronounce two words, dip and deep. Do they sound different to you or the same? Well, one takes comparatively smaller duration to pronounce, that's dip, and another one takes a bit longer time to pronounce, that's deep. Today, we will be studying how to make the small vowel sound E and long vowel sound E. And I have written down two phonemic symbols on the board for you. In the class, you are going to practice putting the sounds into words. Furthermore, you will participate in different class activities and give a short quiz later in the class. Also, students, I will send you a reading content via email. You will read it out loud and record it. Later, you will submit the audio via email the next day for the assessment. And for your assignment, if you have any query, you can discuss in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so don't worry about it. So before I start, students, when I pronounce the target sounds, please observe carefully the movement of my mouth from now on. Okay? Great. Also, students, if you want, you can record today's lesson and later after the class, you can listen again and practice the pronunciation. Another thing I'd like to add is that while listening to the recording, you can slow down the audio and follow closely how the words are pronounced, okay? Great. First, let's talk about the long vowel sound E. In this case, when you have two vowels in a word, it usually takes a long vowel sound. In your textbook, English pronunciation in use, you can see the diagram, right? Okay, so in the book, it says that to say the sound, you need to smile a bit. All right, the mouth should be wide and the tongue touches the sides of your teeth. Here, the sound is produced by keeping the tongue in the same position for a longer period. All right, so let's look at the example in the textbook. The first word is team. When you say team, you need to stretch the lips a bit more. All right, so let's check out the other words. Please repeat after me when I pronounce the words, okay? Seat, agree, eat. Great. So read the rest of the example of the sound E on page 12. I'm giving you 2 minutes for this. Okay, thank you. Now let's talk about the small vowel sound E. When you pronounce this particular sound, your tongue is a little bit higher than your mouth and towards the front of your mouth. Please check the diagram. So the duration is short for this sound. For example, tip. Okay, can you repeat it for me? Yes, good. So let's read a few words from the book again. When I say a word, repeat after me, all right? If, swim, miss. Good. Please read the rest of the examples of the sound E on the same page, okay? I'm giving you a few minutes for this. Okay, thank you. Just to inform you, be careful pronouncing the words as you have noticed the letters are not often pronounced in the same way. Please look at the example and here you see even though the word is spelled as B-U-S-Y, the pronunciation is going to be busy. Okay, so now we will practice with minimal pairs where the words have similar sounds but the actual vowel words are different. Please look at the slide. You will see a list of words in minimal pairs. I will read the words. Please repeat after me after hearing each pair of words, okay? Have you understood? Great. So the first pair, sick, seek. Yes, good. Next one, chip, cheap. Great. Third one, bin, bean. Great, nice. Now, let's look at the slide and see the example in sentences, okay? Dan is so sick that he seeks help from a friend to complete his homework. Can you please read it out loud? Great. Next one. I bought a bag of chips from a mart, which is quite cheap. Please read it for me. Thank you. Next one. I threw away beans into the bin. Can you repeat? Thanks. Class, read the instruction and finish the exercise 2.1 from the textbook. Okay, please check the answers. It's right over there. All right. So it was easy, right? Okay, great. So let's move on. Now, class, open the PDF file of the story titled The Myth of Gawain and the Green Knight that I emailed you just before the class. Before we jump into reading, let's divide the class into two-person groups. Now, let me read the first few lines. As you can see, I have highlighted a few words. Please concentrate on the way I pronounce the words, okay? So let's get started. It was Christmas time in Camelot and King Arthur was throwing a party. The entire court was invited, save the wicked sorceress Morgan Le Fay, and the food and drink flowed freely. But in the midst of the revelry, the castle doors split open. A towering knight riding an emerald steed burst into the room, stunning the court into silence. Okay, so the first group, can you repeat the first two words I have highlighted? Okay. Second group, can you pronounce the words midst and split? Okay. The third group, please repeat the word steed. Okay, thank you. Now, this group will read the first section, this group will read the second section, and the third group will read the last section of the story. Okay? Now, first group, Mike, please read the first part, and Susie, read the second part of the section. Okay? Thank you for reading the first section. Let me write down two words. You said swift. No, but it should be pronounced as swift. Repeat after me. Okay. You said sick, but it should be pronounced as seek. Repeat after me. Great. Let's continue. The next group, Karen will read the first half and Joe will read the second half of the section. Okay, excellent. You haven't made any mistake. That's great. All right. So next group, Martha, can you please read the first half, and later Gabby, please read the last half of the section. Okay. So let me write down a word. Well, it should be pronounced as concealed. Okay, repeat after me. Concealed. All right, thank you. So students, if you still have problems regarding any words, please check the Oxford Dictionary app and look into the phonemic symbols and listen to the basic sounds in English. Okay, so class, just to let you know, you can listen to the story again, The Myth of Gawain and the Green Knight, on YouTube later at home. Okay, I will post the link of the video in the Facebook group. So students, if you have any inquiries regarding today's lesson, please ask me. I'll be happy to answer. Thank you.